I think we said it before the game, how good are Pontypridd? We find out today, and how good can they be? I think we've answered the first question. They're very good indeed. How good can they be, Gareth? Very young side, 5 players in that pack going with Wales. Scott Quinnell are disappointed, but Pontypridd will really enjoy these moments, especially Paul John.
Well, Pontypridd will celebrate. We have to commiserate with the losing captain. He is Scott Quinnell, and he is now on the pitch with Stuart Davis.
Thanks, Gareth. Well, not a feeling you're used to, Scott, and it's not a nice one, is it?
No, not really. It's a great occasion. Yeah, it was a good game, but on the losing side today, it's bitterly disappointing.
You probably feel deep down as well. You seized the initiative early in the second half, and you also had chances to score tries that might have seen you home.
Yeah, like you say, Stu, they gave some penalties away, in the first half, which they kept them in the game. We got opportunities to score, which we didn't take. We scored one nice try, and then in the second half, then we just failed then to sort of play the rugby we should have done, and take the chances which we could have done. If any support, they're a tremendous side. They keep on going. They had the one opportunity for the try, which they took, and that was the difference today.
And how hard was it against Pontypridd today? You've been in some big clashes of late. How do they compare?
Yeah, they're a good side. They're a very honest side. They keep on coming. Lynn, their coach, and a bunch of players. They got a great team bonding there. And in fairness to them, we wish them all the best for next Sunday now, and hopefully they can go and do it for Wales.
On a personal note, Scott, you summoned another big performance today. But I guess the body's aching and you're ready for your well-earned rest.
Oh, it's falling apart. When I get in there now, I'll be in bits. So it'd be nice, nice to have 3 months off just to concentrate on training, and hopefully then come back and play some good rugby next year.
I wish you well with that. Thanks for talking to us, Scott.
Cheers, mate.
Well, we promised you excitement. We promised you a close final. I think we had it. Ian McIntosh, Llanelli will be kicking themselves for losing that final, but you feel Pontypridd just about deserved it?
Oh, deserved without a doubt, because we said at half-time that if Llanelli don't make mistakes, don't have turnarounds, and that try that Madden dropped, we would have gone over. It was like the first half, that was 7 points gone. They only got 3 out of that. But from then on, Pontypridd came right back in the game. And as for Parker, I think it is Sonny, and Bryant, I thought they had tremendous games, because then they started breaking through, and then they got their momentum. And I think, quite frankly, after that, they were hanging on a bit.
Could you feel that turning point coming as that second half went on, Lynn?
Oh, definitely. The signs were coming across all the time. Pontypridd got their line-out game together, and losing Lee Davis was a massive blow for Llanelli. But not just losing Lee, but instantly making a substitution and bringing off a scrum half to put a new one on. And all of a sudden they had a new set of halfbacks on, and Pontypridd just crept into the game slowly and just kept in touch, and they deserve it in the end. And as I said at the start, Graham, Pontypridd win.
You did. The weird logic of Lynn Jones proved true in the end.
But he didn't let me finish. I was about to go on about the emotional 3 weeks that Llanelli have had.
You only confuse the matter when you're allowed to finish.
I said it last time when they played against us at Newport, that I can't believe the improvement in that side. We played basically their second string, and you could just feel the improvement, and you can just see it, how the side have improved in the last couple of months. They're just going from strength to strength, and I think it augurs very well for their final next week against Sale.
When you look back to Pontypridd at the beginning of the season, it's amazing to see how good they've become in the last few weeks.
Well, as I was saying in the beginning, I believe Sweeney has been one of the big instrumental things, that he's attacking the advantage line now, whereas before they were playing a little bit deep and sort of playing behind their forwards. And I think that's made a big difference.
But more so than that is that they had someone back from the valley to coach them, to run their club. It was Clive Jones, it was Lynn Howells, back to what they know, and they brought the best out of the Pontypridd players and the Pontypridd people and supporters, and that's very, very important to any mentality of any rugby team.
They've got another big game next week against Sale. Do you feel there's enough left in the tank there for them to go on and do the double?
Well, you could see it today when the game was, if it had gone on further, I think Ponty were the stronger side towards the end, and maybe the big final against Leinster still took a lot out of Llanelli, but I think there is a lot there, and don't forget Sale have also had to play some games. So yes, I think, as I said, it augurs very well for them.
And for Llanelli, Lynn, your old club, maybe after such a intense finish to the season, this was perhaps one game too far today.
Yeah. I was in the double or treble winning side that they had in '93, and we played Neath in the cup final, and for the first half there was no problem, but you could just sense the emotional drain in the last 40 minutes back in '93, and you could see it out there today. It was one game too far, and we were lucky in '93 to beat Neath that day, and it was just a bit too much for Llanelli today.
Perhaps they needed Emil Lewis out there doing the old drop goal again. Let's go back downstairs and talk again with Stuart.
Thanks very much. Well, happy faces here on the touchline with the Pontypridd boys. Chief, it's a good feeling, isn't it?
Awesome feelings, Stu. You know, you've been there, done it. You know, I have before, but the feeling for these young fellas, man, is awesome. You know, a testament to their own pride and passion in the valleys, and they wore it on their hearts today, and I just can't believe what's happened there today.
You've been on the highs and the lows of Pontypridd over the years. How do you guys keep the spirit going?
Well, it's all heart, as I say. You know, we wear our hearts on the badge, you know, and all fairness to the supporters, you can see here today, you know, they come out in busloads, and all fairness, if we can keep that conveyor belt coming through, and it's all about skill, but the big thing is the passion for the valleys and for the game, and for wearing Pontypridd jersey, mate.
Let's bring in the two bookends up front before we go to the pretty boy on the wing here. The two props. It was a hard one up front, guys. Enjoy it.
Yeah, you know, we've been. We never thought we were in it, to be honest, but Brett knocked the kick over and we were all elated. We didn't think that we still a chance with about 10 minutes ago. We thought we were out of it.
I'm sure they'll be happy to say behind that it was you guys that pulled them through. Had to dig in deep, win a few line-outs, steal a few scrums.
Yeah, we've been worried about their line-outs and scrimmage all week, but we worked hard all week, and you know, Sid was outstanding in the line-out today. You know, Mevin, you know, what a leader. You know, led us from the front, and you know, we put the pressure on them in the second half. We started to squeeze a bit of life out of them and finish stronger. And I've never known any feeling like this at all in my life. This is unbelievable.
Well, enjoy it. You came off with some facial repairs. You're not looking too bad as a result of it.
It's a massive, you know, I think I have about 6 stitches in there, but no, I can't believe he took me off. It was a little nick. But,
I can't believe you came off with that big rough tight head that you are.
I thought for a minute, you know, 10 stitches maybe, but no.
Let's bring in Gareth Wyatt on the wing here. We've talking to the guys that done the hard work up front. What would you say about their efforts today?
Superb, fair play. The whole 8 played exceptionally well, and I think Corey Harris made a difference as well when he came on. So it was just an unbelievable feeling, and we're going to enjoy the night, I think.
Did you ever think it wasn't going to be there for you?
Well, you know, it was obviously a tough game. I think the forwards managed to get on top in the last 20, and we managed to get some momentum going. And fair play to Brett Davey. You know, it was a hell of a pressure kick, and he managed to do it.
Yeah, he's not a bad man to have at the back, is he?
No, he's the main man back there, I think. Fair play, he's been consistently awesome all season for us, and you know, he deserves all the praise he gets today.
Thanks, Gareth. Go and enjoy the night.
Cheers, thanks.
Happy Ponty faces down there with Stuart. Happy because Brett Davey was able to kick that last-minute penalty. But let's have a look at the decision on that, because it looked for a time as if we weren't quite sure what the decision was. And Paul John kicked it out straight to touch. He must have realised that the referee had given the penalty. What was going on here, Ian, do you feel? Ponty on the attack, and then there's Simon Easterby, number 7, going in. Perhaps
like
that maybe was the offside decision.
Well, he's gone in from the side, hasn't he?
Yeah. I think it was relevant here that playing advantage at that stage of the game that Paul kicked the ball out, because I think sometimes they play on, and I don't like that, and they don't come back to advantage. So it was vital, and I think that should happen a lot these days, is if you give an advantage, if you take the advantage, then you shouldn't be advantage after. You should just kick the ball out and get your own advantage. They could still go for the line out, they could go to piles, they could tap it and go. I think it was very clever what happened there with Paul.
Well, it was good play by Pontypridd. Obviously, they just created a maul from nothing, and put Llanelli under pressure there. And we haven't got the role again of the film, but certainly Simon Easterby did come in from the side. It was questionable whether it was a maul or not, whether an offside line was actually there at the time. But I'm going to read the paper tomorrow, and there obviously was an offside line there.
Yeah, when you read the paper, believe me, that is coming in from the side.
I'm sure if you're a Llanelli supporter, there was no offside line there.
Yeah. They're sometimes very hard calls, aren't they? Those coming from the side.
And Paul John knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh, yes. It's good play by Speed.
That shows you that you focused at that stage of the game, thinking. It was very clever, because they might have carried on playing in advantages over. It could have cost them.
Yeah.
I'd like to see all my players do that, because sometimes I'd rather take out my own advantage. Okay. And there they did and won the game.
Let's go back down to Stuart, who I think has got into the Ponty dressing room.